your students are playing video games instead of studying, that may actually be a good thing. Hi, I'm JP. I am Capterra's resident e-learning and training technology expert, and in this video, I want to talk about the effectiveness of learning games. Capterra recently did some research with Talent LMS, and we found that 90% of people use some form of learning games. Now, learning games as opposed to gamification, things like badges and points, which we'll get into in a later video. But of this vast amount of people that use learning games, the breakdown is about 63% using electronic or digital games versus about 37% using analog or physical games like card games, board games, those sorts of things. And what was very interesting is people are reporting that these games are incredibly effective at improving academic success metrics. So things like student scores. 81% of people are saying learning games have improved student scores in their courses. 84% say student satisfaction has gone up as a result of learning games. 73% of people say that students are retaining more course content because they're using these games. In fact, the only negative that our research found was that about 38% of people say that it does increase teaching costs. So the price does go up with learning games, but again, we're seeing some very interesting, very impactful results with them. Another interesting thing we found was that there's virtually no difference in effectiveness between the type of games. So for instance, digital versus analog had virtually no difference in how well they impacted students' success metrics. This also goes for custom-made games versus games that you buy off the shelf. Very little difference here. So what this means for you and for your classroom and your course is that you absolutely should be using learning games. They're hugely impactful. There is a slight cost increase, but if you want to see these kinds of results, it's almost 100% worth it. The other thing is, don't worry too much about what kind of game, what kind of learning game you're using, whether it's a computer game or a card game, because again, the results are very even across the different types of games. And you probably don't need to spend a whole lot of time crafting a custom-made game to address a specific learning objective. Instead, buy something off the shelf. There's tons of learning games out there that can help you teach a whole lot of different things, and they're likely to be just as effective as something that you build. So thank you for watching. If you'd like to see the full report, there's a whole lot more information in there. Please click the link below in the video description. And if you do need some help finding an LMS, a learning management system that has learning games built into it, reach out to Capterra. Our experts can walk you through your requirements, your needs, and really fit you with some great options. And that's, again, all for free. Thank you.